Hey, what's up? Welcome back. I'm going to do a video today that's going to blow your minds. Not really. This is going to be about customizations in Legend Bowl. I spent some time last week thinking about it. I've been thinking about it since day one, and I spent about a day and a half yesterday working on a new feature I want to show you guys. So I want to be able to do more than what you can see here. So the way the game works today is you go into, this is the uniform editor, you can go into your team and you can customize anything you want. And in here you have a preset list of colors that I had created because what I wanted to do was make it easy for you guys to customize without having to worry about adding in a whole bunch of hex colors, right? Hex codes or RGB codes or whatever. Because if you look at the helmet down here, if you look at the different shades, like this blue one, you have a light shade, a middle color, and then a darker color. And I didn't want to have you guys have to worry about doing that for the skin, for the jersey. I mean, all of these colors need to be basically thought through because they're all different colors in the end, right? Like your pants, you got the darker shade and the lighter shade. You actually have more than that in the pants, but you basically have a list of colors that you can choose from here. And what I did was I made it to where it was easy. You just pick your color, you call it a day. But for people who want to recreate and put any color they want in the system, you couldn't do that. You had no ability to do it. You also didn't have the ability to change the team names or the logos, okay? So I put some work in this past weekend and I was able to do some things. I'm going to show you guys a little bit now on how to do it. It's going to be a quick and easy way. But what I did was I went ahead and pulled up some fantasy rosters here, fantasy logos. And here's a logo that I found, right? So what you do is you right click it, you download it, you get it into your editor of choice. I use Photoshop. I also use Sprite. And what you're going to want to do is go into the data folder inside of wherever Legend Bowl is going to live for you. It's probably going to be in your Steam folder. I'm probably going to have to do another video down the road, but that's okay. I want to show you guys how this works. So you go into Legend Bowl, there's a data folder, and then there's a custom folder. You go in there, you're going to see two folders. One's for logos, and the other one is for your rosters, okay? And let's look at the logos first. So what I did is I downloaded this logo here. It's huge though. It's 1429 by 1600. And if you look at the logos I dropped in here, these are logos from the game. And previously, all the logos were loaded in the game because I didn't want to worry about you guys having to do all this. But in the end, you guys are probably going to want to do it. You're going to want to have whatever size logos you want, and you're going to want to, customize the game. So what I did was give you the ability to do this now through the back end. Okay. So basically what you're going to want to do is grab whatever logo you want online, download it, open it up, and then you're going to have different logos in here. This is for the first down arrow. This is for your helmet logo that you see in the UI, like on the team select screen. Here's your main logo for the team. Here's a blur logo that happens as you're selecting teams in the scroll menu in the team select. That's what I kind of show in between for the effect when you're scrolling through teams. And then you have, this is like the field logos. Okay, and you can do two different sets of these logos here. So I'm going to show you how all this stuff works right now. So I downloaded this logo. I call it the Arizona logo.png. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to resize every one of the logos that you download. I'm just going to do the logo for now. Maybe I'll do another like field logo, but you take this logo here and you're going to drop it in, and you're going to want to resize it to the same size you see in the one I put in here to begin with, which was the Buffalo logo 150. Okay, so we're going to resize it. And let's make this 150, and now it's going to do its thing, and now it's resized, and here's what I get in the end. Okay, so from here what you're going to want to do is go ahead and save the logo, obviously, Then I'm also going to do a filter on it. This is what I do. Whoops. This is what I do to get the blur effect. I go to filter, blur, and motion blur. And then these are the settings I use. Hit OK. Now I'm going to save a copy of it. And this one I'm going to call blur. All right. So now you have your two logos saved. Okay. So if I look here, I'm going to have my two logos. One's the blur, one's the regular one. If I also want to go in here and let's say I want to use this as the field logo. Let's just say we want to use it. Let's save it as, let's call it custom field logo. Okay, I just saved it. From here, what you can do is you can obviously open it back up into here. Okay, for some reason it didn't like this logo. Let me just grab a different one. I mean, we could literally put whatever we want in here. We can grab whatever logo we want from anywhere. You can make your own logo. But the idea is you have the ability to grab whatever you want, which is going to be awesome. This is going to be huge for the game. I think you guys are going to really, really like this. I know I like it. I mean, it gives you the ability to do what you want, right? I just want to pick just any logo. I mean, what I can do actually, I'll just open up the one I have here and I'll just make like an edit to it. Let me just change the color. Let's say we want to change this color to, I don't know, this green color here. Can do that. I don't really like that color that much, but let's just make it like pink, whatever. And then we also have this piece here, make that pink. And let's say this is going to be our new logo, right? Let's just call it, alt. And let's actually do another color because I want to show you guys that you can do both. Just bear with me here, guys. This is important stuff here, important stuff. So let's do like let's do a yellow. And let's just save this one as just custom.png. Okay. So we got our stuff here. And the biggest thing you want to do is you're going to want to make sure you keep the same dimensions, right? For the rest of it, you know, we can change this. Let's do that now. I mean, let's just change them all. What the hell? So let's go ahead and just drag in. Let's just drag in the one of these logos here. Let's pick another color, whatever. And let's just do that. Let's pick like a lighter shade of it. This is the part I was trying to tell you guys. I mean, this gets a little harder to do, and I'm just going to pick different variations of it so you guys can kind of see how that works. But for now, this is good. Let's just leave it like this, so you know that you can actually do it. I just want to show you guys that you can do it. Custom, whatever. But let's just for now, this should be everything. If we want to do this one, let's do this one too. What the hell? All right, so from here, all you're going to want to change on here actually is just this part in here. So what I typically do, which I normally do it in a different software, I'm going to just try to do it here. I'll create a new layer and then I'll drop this in here, right? So what you can do is, let's just say this is what you want to, this is how you want to leave it. And then all I basically do from here is just clean up the rest of it. So you could take your eraser And see, I do it a lot easier in my other software, but just for fun, let's just do this here. I need to rasterize the laser, yeah, so you can do it. Now the brush, 100% hard. See, and then from here you can just go like this, clean it up a little bit, get it to look right, because all you're trying to do is get this logo right here to be fixed up. And then I'll just switch the layers around and almost there. Hold on. Let's just take this out. Whoops. Take this all out here. And then now it should look pretty close. Just do a little bit more. All right, so there's my new, it has a softness to it, but whatever. This is my new arrow, right? So let's call this PNG. Let's just call it Arizona Field Arrow .png. Okay. All right, so I'm not gonna use this anymore. We're done with Photoshop for now, or whatever tool you want to use, and we have our logos in here. So now what you're gonna want to do is, if you go to the rosters file, you have this outbox that I put everything basically in. So let's go ahead and shut off the game. Let's take these. What you're gonna want to do with these is open them up in your editor of choice. I use Google Sheets. You can use whatever. You can use Microsoft Excel, whatever. These are CSV files, or basically they're tab delimited files. Okay. And what you're going to want to do is open them up. You have different things in here, and I'm going to show you each one of these here. You have coaches, you have players, you have teams. All right. And these are the main data files for the game. So right now we're looking at the teams one. Here's all your data for the teams. And then you also have the players one, which is going to look something like this, where you can edit all your player data. And then you're also going to have your coaches file, which is just a list of your coaches. Okay. So you're going to be able to change all this stuff around, guys. You just got to be careful what you change. You know, I would just change the names, maybe the ages in here for the players. You know, I would keep the positions the same, and I would just change the names, change the skills if you want, and that sort of stuff. But I wouldn't really get too crazy. This is more about the look of it. And then I also have another file, which I didn't show yet, where you can add your own colors in. Okay, so here you have the light color, the medium color, and the dark color. I know I'm showing you guys a lot of stuff here. I'm not going to really show you this part, but basically you drop your colors in here. You could put 5 million colors in here if you want. And these are the colors that are going to show up. So each one of these things here are one of those 3 shades that I showed you. Okay, so you're going to want to drop your colors in, and I have a way to do that for the game. And like I said, when the game comes out, don't worry. I'm doing this video partly for me so I can remember what I did, but also just to give you guys an update on what's going on, right? So let's say we go into the teams, and let's look at the stuff that we did here, right? So we have to put the names of these in here. So, right, so the field arrow for Arizona is going to be this one here. So what you're going to want to do is just replace the actual names here of the, and I'm pretty sure you got to put the extension, but you want to replace the full names of each one of these. So that was the field down arrow. This is the league logo, not that one. This is the logo. We want this one. This is for your actual logo. And this one's going to be for the blur sprite, which is blur sprite here. All right. So all we're doing right now is we're just putting in the different logo names. And then we also have these league ones that we did. Remember that? So we have this alt one that we're going to put in here. And actually, this is really, I don't know. I don't know if each one of these are going to work differently. I forget. But basically, they're all the same thing all the way down. But I think whatever team, I'm not sure how this works, but I know that obviously I just put them all the same thing. So you're going to want to put like, this is the second one. This is going to be for the first side. So you have two sides of the field that have your league logos. And then we also did the helmet here. So let's go ahead and take that while we're here. And we'll put the helmet name. So now what's going to happen is you basically, and I can also change the name. If I want to change this to Warriors, right? I can change the team name just like that. I can also change the city name if I really wanted to. Maybe I'll try it. I haven't done this yet. Let's try to do, I don't know. Let's do Las Vegas. I don't know if this is going to work. I haven't tried that. Let's just try it online right now. And so here you have everything pretty much you want to add in. And you have all the logos that you created in here, right? Yep. And then from here, all you're going to do is, for me, I go File, Download, Tab, Separated Files. That goes into my Downloads folder. So let's go to that folder now, Downloads. And from here, what I do is I take the name, and you got to make it the same name as the name I have, which is teams_user.txt. Okay. And I know this is a very backdoor way to do it, but this is going to be the way I'm going to do it, because making it inside the game would be very, very, very difficult, guys. And then in here, basically, this is the one that I had before. Let me just move this to my desktop. Actually, let me just move all three of these to my desktop. Well, hold on. Let me just copy this first. Let me copy the one we just downloaded. So I don't want to overwrite this stuff. And then from here, so what you want to do from here is you want to put in all three files into this inbox. And the reason why we have this inbox, guys, is because the data is in a JSON file. The final roster data with everything, the teams, the players, the colors, everything are in this roster file here. Okay. Your colors file is this one, which we looked at earlier, but we're not going to go into that right now. We'll worry about that another time. But the reason why I have an inbox, my point here is the reason why I have an inbox, because I want to import it into a JSON file. Okay. If it was in a JSON file, you guys would not be able to edit it easily. So I keep it in this file. I did this actually before, but the JSON is for performance and to improve the speed of everything, loading times and everything. So you drop these three files into your inbox. Okay. And when you do that, when you run the game, when you start the game is going to identify and say, okay, wait a second, do we have any files in the inbox? If we do, then go ahead and import those into the game. Take these three, crunch them, put them into a JSON file. And the logos, if there are logos in here that match those names, then they're going to use those logos for that team. So what we should see, if this works, the Arizona Tree Frogs should now take these logos. And when we play the game on the field, you should see all of these logos on the field. And that's what's going to happen, hopefully. The color part of it, the colors are just going to be, like I said, those are going to be more for if you want the exact colors from your team, you put them in that template that I showed you. And then those colors which lie in here, you basically just take the colors that I have in this sheet, which I'm going to leave all this stuff. This is going to be in the game. You add your colors in here, and then every one of these rows is going to be a new selection that you can choose from. And you don't have to import this. This is going to be read every time the game runs. So now let's go ahead and see what we got here. See if it breaks, see if not. Let's just take a look. Let's go to rosters, and there you go. Now you're going to be like, why is that so messed up? And yeah, it doesn't look right. Right? It doesn't look right at all. So let's take a look at why that is, because I'm curious now. But you see LV Warriors took in the helmets there in the top left that we put there. I'm not sure why this logo looks off. Let me take a look at the logos that we had. because that shouldn't be that far off. Oh, you want to know why? Because this is the reason why. This is exactly the reason why. So I did 150. What you need to do is you need to make sure it's the smallest of these two numbers here. So this needs to be, see, 85, right? The height is 85. So my height, the height is of the template you want is 85. My height's 168. So that's the problem, right? So what we're going to want to do, and I'm just going to throw it in here and resize it again. It's not going to look as good because now I'm resizing it a second time. But I'm going to take the file, drop it in, and I'm going to resize it again. And I'm going to make sure that this says the same 85 that I had before. Okay. And then from here, I'm going to save this. And then I'm going to do that filter again. Blur, motion blur. Okay. And I'm going to save this as my motion blur. All right. So now if we run the game, we should see the better logos in here. And so, you know, you're going to have to know how to do some of this stuff. And there are modders out there that will take care of this for people and they'll be able to help out the community. But this is going to be huge, guys, because if you want to create your own rosters, your own, you know, your own logos and team names and player names, you're going to have all the data right here for you. Like players, you can go in here and make any players you want to make, and they're going to import into the game. Okay. So it's going to be a very, very versatile thing for you to do, but you're going to have to do it outside of the game. One of which is for legal reasons. The other reason really is because I don't have the time to, or it's really, really difficult, challenging also to make this all inside of the game. Okay. So just bear with me. So we're at 22 minutes in the video. Hopefully I can wrap it up now, but I did all this, guys, to show you that this is going to be in the game. And I didn't think I was going to be able to do this because, like I said, there's just a lot of variables that kind of get in the way. But I am excited about it because, you know, it's going to look cool. It's going to look cool. Another thing, while I'm thinking, I want to see something real quick. Another thing. Yeah, I believe this, whoops. I believe this background color here, it is. This background color is going to be your touchdown zone color, right? So if you want to make the background of your touchdown be a certain color, this is what you're going to want to mess with. So I know this isn't fun stuff to watch. This isn't even as close to what it takes to make a game, guys. So if you're bored with this, don't ever make a game. But look, we have our logo now. Our logo's in there, right? If I want to change the team colors, you know, I can do that as well. I probably should have done it. I should have put these colors in there so you guys can kind of see, but they're just, you know, they're kind of a pain. But you can pick, you know, some colors that are close to them. I'm sure I have some kind of an orange in here. Maybe I don't. I don't know. Maybe we'll go with some blue. I know I have some blue colors in here. Let's just for fun, just pick some colors. These are actually custom that I put in there. The ones you're seeing right here. Let's put a gray. Make a gray color here. Sleeve. Let's make. See, this is awesome. This is the cool part of the game. You guys can do whatever you want with your color schemes. Let's keep them like that. And then let's do these ones as well. Let's see if I can pick a cool color here. Yeah, I'll pick that. I love the customization in this game, guys. I really do. I think it's going to be awesome. I think it's going to be awesome. And people are going to make fun. They're going to be, oh, it's pixel art. Oh, I don't like pixel art. You don't have to play it. You don't have to play the game. I'm going to play it. You could even change the shoes. So let's go ahead and save these colors. And then what we'll do is we'll hop into a game just so you guys can see what it looks like. Now, remember, these are all going to be like LV is not an alphabetical order, but whatever you put as the first team is going to be the first one in the list. So I would put them in alphabetical order. Let's go ahead and just change this team to be a different color. And let's see what this looks like. Hopefully it works. But from here, you're going to see the new logo. The new logo's in the game. You see it there in the background on the right of Meadows here. You can see, and I'm going to walk through this now so you guys can actually see it. Here are the two different sides. So you got each side is going to get their own logo. You have the touchdown, and the background is, this background is the one I showed you in the file. We didn't change it, so you're going to see what you get there. But the logos are all here, right? That's what's in the game in this particular game. If you look at the menu here, you can see the logo, and you guys can mess around with it because you see the logo on the left here on the menu on the bottom in the coin toss. It's a little bit bigger, right, than what you might normally see there. Let me see what the other team looks like, because that looked pretty small. I don't know what happened there. I'm gonna need to take a look at that. But you might need to mess around with the sizes if you see something that looks too big or too small. But let me do one more quick thing. I want to see if both of these teams here have the same measurements for the coin toss. Let me see. See, that one looks wide. Maybe I have a bug here I need to look at. Yeah, you see how far over that is and how chopped up. This is a bug. I think that logo is fine. For some reason, that image looks... Oh, I know why. I think it's because... I think there's something... Maybe the background is taking the image size. I mean, you can even see it on the ticker on the bottom there. It's a little bit... It's much more narrow. So that's just a bug I found. But the game is going to be able to allow you to do logos, guys. So you're going to be able to put your logos in here. If you want to look at your teams, you don't have any stats yet, but you can look at your depth chart. See the logos in here. It's in the background. It's everywhere. So I know this might not be a huge thing for people that have seen it in other games, but for me, I didn't think I was going to do it in this game. So there you go. This is it. You could put your own custom logos in the game. I think it's going to add a lot more depth. It's going to make the game, give you the customization you guys want to do. I'm excited about it, and I hope you are as well. So that's it. You'll see another video down the road when the game comes out with the final instructions, but I wanted to walk you guys through it so you guys can see that it works and that I have it in the game and it's there. So until next time, thanks for watching. Stay tuned. More news are going to be coming out about the game. I'm going to be doing more gameplay videos. I've been working on the gameplay a lot. But until next time, thanks for watching.